morning, everyone. Today we're going to have a presentation live broadcast from Belfast Secondary School. We're going to deal with articles, definite and indefinite articles. Let's start by introducing myself. I'm Ahmed Abdulrose. I'm from Belfast. I teach at Belfast Secondary School. For males, Belfast is a big town in the Bahrain government. It's about 40 kilometers to the Mediterranean coast. Let's have a look. I wrote an introduction to myself here, Ahmed Abdulrose. Let's decide where the articles are in this passage. Here I am Ahmed Abdulrose. Is there any article here before proper nouns like Ahmed Abdulrose? Of course, no. Okay. I am from Belfast. Here, is there an article before that word? It's a name of a place. Of course not. We don't have articles here. I teach at Belfast Secondary School for males. Males is a plural noun in Belfast. Belfast is a big town in the Bahrain governorate. It's about 40 kilometers to the Mediterranean coast. Here we have that. So these are articles. We have a, then, of course, we have an. We're going to deal with articles today. Let's go to our file. Definite article, that, and the different article, a, articles a or an. Okay? Then can be pronounced in two different ways. Sorry. Then it can be pronounced as them when it is followed by a word that starts with a consonant. What's a consonant? Consonant اللي هي الصوت الثاني. And the, we say, we pronounce it as the when it comes before a word that starts with a vowel. Okay? And this is a definite article. And the indefinite articles are a or an. A or an is used before a singular noun when it refers to a non-specific item. What's non-specific? Not definite, not specific. We'll talk about something in general. Here we have to bear in mind the concept of generalization. A is used before a singular noun that starts with a consonant. A consonant is a sound. When we pronounce it, we just stop the flow of air when it comes out of the articulation organs. Like ka, ha, la, sa, like a cup, 100, ha, ka, a million. Ma is a consonant. a university. And beware that you, as a letter, represents two different sounds. When it is pronounced as ya, it is a consonant. When it is pronounced as it is a vowel, like an uncle. Here it is a consonant, a university. And it's used before a singular noun that starts with a vowel, like an ear, an hour, an ear, warif, an SMS. The definite article that is used before specific singular or plural nouns. Specific. Specific means we concentrate on one or just only one of things. Where are the books I bought yesterday? That is used before here. Where are the books? The specific books, not all the books. We're talking about specific books, not books in general. That is used before. Places also before places of entertainment like the cinema, the theater, the beach. Before inventions like the computer, the radio. And here, when we use them before inventions, we have to use only the singular form of the noun. Here, musical instruments like the guitar, the drums, the violin, etc. Before common nouns like the weather, the world, the internet, and before species of animal like the lion, the fox, the giraffe. Here are species of animals. Also, when we talk about a species we use only the singular form, not the plural. We can say the lions. We can say lions in general. Lions feed on meat, not the lion. Okay? Nationalities, before national, like the British, the Chinese, and before superlatives like the British, whether it is a short form of adjectives or long adjective like the most important. Before titles, the king and the president, etc. Also, we use then before words for locations like the east, the west, the center, the middle, the left, etc. Also, before eras and historical events like the Bronze Age, the October War, these are eras. Okay? Don't use that before names of countries. Okay? We don't say the Egypt, we don't say the America. But there are some exceptions, like here, the Netherlands, and the Dominican Republic, the Philippines, the United States, the United Kingdom. These are exceptions. We use them. Names of cities, towns, or streets, we don't use that before these things like Egypt, London, Tahrir Square. Names of mountains, except the Indies, the Rockies, etc. Okay, plural nouns in general and uncountable nouns unless they are specified. When we talk about specific items and not in general items, here are two examples to show the difference. Here, children should be able to get a decent education. Okay? Here, we talk about children in general, not in a specific. Here, in the second sentence, the children in our school receive good education. Here, the word children refer to certain children, not all children. Another two examples here. Milk is necessary for a balanced diet. Here, we refer to milk in general. Okay, talk about milk in general. The milk in the fridge turned sour. Okay, here we refer to specific milk in the fridge. We don't use that before abstract nouns. Abstract Nouns or things that we can't see. They can be felt or understood, but not seen. Like freedom, love, hatred, generosity. Of course, you know the meanings of these words. Also, before names of months or days like March, Friday. Also, before proper nouns, we don't use that. Before nouns like Sammy or Jane, before titles, including a proper noun like Prince Charles. Sorry, we don't say the Prince Charles, only we say Prince Charles, President Sadat. Okay, let's do something about, let's fill in the blanks with appropriate article. We'll choose 12 inches make, think, think, and decide. 12 inches make, have you got it? 12 inches make a foot. A foot. Okay? This word can be made into plural form, like feet. Okay? So here it is in the singular form. We use at before this word because it starts with a consonant. Fa. Next, one evening, beggar came to my door. Take your time. One evening, a beggar came to my door. Well, a beggar, he one of the beggars. Okay, we're not talking about a specific beggar, but when we refer to that person later on, we can use that. One evening, a beggar came to my door. The beggar was wearing rags. So here we specify that person. We use the different article that. Student should obey her teacher. A student should obey her teacher. Here we talk about a student in general. At last, warrior in him was thoroughly aroused. Yes, at last, the warrior in him was thoroughly aroused. Here it is specified. This is best book on elementary chemistry. This is the best book on the elementary chemistry. Here we use that before the superlative form of the adjective, that the third form, you can say. What kind of is it? What kind of? Some common mistakes use plural forms after what kind of. Here we use the singular form. What kind of flower? What kind of shop? What kind of rose? That's it. What kind of flower is it? Newton was great scientist and philosopher. Newton was a great scientist and philosopher. I cannot forget with which he treated me. Which is which? Kindness, a kindness, or some kindness. I cannot forget the kindness with which he treated me. Here, kindness is an abstract noun. Then why the hell did we choose that before that word? Here we talk about the kindness of that man, not kindness in general. So here we are specific, not generalizing things here. We're talking about the certain kindness of that man. So we use that before that abstract noun here, kindness. Is the only creature that uses fire. The only creature that uses fire. Which is which? Let's look at the answer. Man is the only creature that uses fire. Here, what does that word mean, man? Man, insane in general. This is man. It is not. You can use an article before that. When you use an article, it's one of people. When you say a man was coming into my house, this is one of the people. But here we refer to humans in general. Man is the only creature. 10th chapter of this book is very interesting. Yes. Here, the 10th chapter of this book is very interesting. Here, this kind. The number here is order numbers. We use that before order number, like the first, the second, the third, the fourth, etc. We don't use that for cardinal numbers. Okay, we use these numbers for counting. Not only, we don't use that before them. It's its own reward. Here, virtue, a virtue, the virtues here. Virtue means fadila. Okay? Al fadila. Which is which? Is its own reward. Let's look at the answer here. Virtue. Here we don't use an article for abstract noun once again, as we said. Virtue is its own. I learned German. I learned German at. Which is which? Yes, I learned German at school. Why didn't we use the school or a school? Here, school is the place for education. So we don't use articles when we refer to a place for its own purpose. Here, with pupils or people go to schools to learn. This is what they are built for. So we don't use articles. Egypt has unique location. Here, this is a common noun, easy to understand. Egypt has a unique location. That's it. Thank you all for this, for listening to me. I hope I can continue on with more exercise on this. See you later. Thank you.